This is the Ombudsman Radio. My name is Damilola Babalola, bringing you news stories from Public Complaints Commission offices around the world. First, the headlines. Public Complaints Commission halts controversial demolition in Gwarinpa. FCT Ombudsman intervene in Padna demolition scare. PCC charges pros on discipline and professionalism. And now the news in detail. The Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of the Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Musa Diko, has successfully intervened to halt a controversial demolition exercise at Winning Clause Estate in Gwarinpa, Abuja. The demolition targeting homes of FCT indigents in the Kuchi Bedna community and indigenous settlement predating the FCT had already caused significant property damage. Residents expressed shock and despair, complaining to the FCT ombudsman that they received no prior demolition notice and had neither been resettled or compensated. It was tense with armed personnel present. Honorable Diko immediately confronted the demolition supervisor, the acting director of the Development Control Enforcement Unit, who declined to provide his full details or be filmed. Crucially, the official failed to produce any court order or demolition notice on site, later claiming the documents were at the office. Insisting on due process, the commissioner demanded the immediate cessation of the exercise. A call was placed to the Director of Development Control, who subsequently ordered the demolition suspended pending the clarification and verification of a court order. This intervention provided temporary relief to the Kuchibedna community and averted a potential confrontation. The Public Complaints Commission will follow up to ensure fair justice and adherence to due process. In the same vein, the Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of the Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Musa Diko, has launched a proactive investigation into reports of an impending demolition in the Padna Community, Utako District. The FCT Ombudsman follows rising concerns after FCT Development Control officials allegedly marked several houses for demolition without providing clear documentation or resolving underlying disputes, raising fear of a breakdown in law and order. During an assessment, the village head of Padna, Chief Sunday Bitrus Zamaso, recounted a series of alarming events. He stated the issue stemmed from an allottee who claims to have purchased land years ago, but upon returning to develop it, found it occupied by indigenous residents. Chief Zamaso detailed meetings with Development Control where a desk officer, Mr. Patrick, allegedly insisted that the affected indigenous residents had been compensated and that transaction agreement existed. However, Mr. Patrick failed to produce these documents, claiming that they were with the allottee, a claim the Deputy Director of the Development Control reportedly questioned. The village head maintains that he never agreed to or signed any compensation arrangement. According to Chief Zamaso, after weeks of silence, Armed Development Control personnel and the task force arrived on Friday, November 14, 2025, to mark houses for demolition. When contacted, Mr. Patrick allegedly responded that the directive came directly from the Director of Development Control. Honorable Diko and his team are continuing their investigation to ensure due process is followed and the rights of Padna community residents are protected. Further engagement with Development Control and affected stakeholders are expected in the coming days. The Honorable Commissioner of the Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Musa Diko, has called on the Commission's public relations officers to uphold the highest standards of discipline and professionalism. Addressing the PR unit staff, Honorable Diko stressed the role PR managers play as the mirror reflecting the Nigerian Ombudsman public. He emphasized the necessity of teamwork, discipline, and strict adherence to organizational hierarchy and rules. Accompanied by management staff, the commissioner expressed concern over issues of familiarity and lapses in protocol within the unit. He warned that the commission's communication, their conduct directly impacts the PCC's reputation. Honorable Diko insisted that respecting hierarchy is fundamental for organizational efficiency, urging staff to maintain cordial relationships with supervisors and avoid conflict. He stated that this adhere will foster a more productive work environment. The commissioner gave a stern warning, stating that this would be the last time he would personally intervene in matters of disrespect to authority within the unit, demanding a higher level of responsibility going forward. He also charged the staff to prepare themselves adequately to represent the Commission on various media platforms, including NTA and radio stations. In response, the FCT PCC Public Relations Officer and Head of Information Unit, Mr. Emmanuel Ugwaja, thanked the Commissioner for his guidance and pledged a renewed commitment to improve performance and quality service. This is the size of the PCC news for today, but before we go, here is a recap of the major stories. PCC halts controversial demolition in Gwarimpa, Abuja. FCT Ombudsman intervenes in Padna demolition scare. PCC charges pros on discipline and professionalism. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Ombudsman Radio Nigeria, on X at Public Complaints Commission, Ombudsman Radio Nigeria. You can also reach us on WhatsApp via 070-7337-4504. Remember, the unity of the country is a collective effort. Thank you for staying with us. My name again is Damilola Babalola. Bye for now.